Imagine walking into a classroom where every visual, like the slides, the posters, and even digital materials feels alive. The colors calms you down, the layout gets your focus, and the images sparks curiosity. This is the power of emotionally intelligent design. When educators and designers work together to create material that connect emotionally, students don't just learn, they engage, they empathize, and remember. Today, I'll show how emotionally intelligent design enhances learning and communication by improving attention, empathy, and comprehension. My arguments are simple. Educators and designers should collaborate to create emotionally engaging learning materials because design that appeals to emotion help people learn better. In visual communication design, elements like colors, layout, typography, and imagery are just for decoration. They shape how we feel and how we think. There was this research from a design psychology group in 2022 that examined how colors affect users' trust and attention. They found that by using warm and harmonious colors made people more comfortable and more open to information, while dull and overly bright color reduced focus and interest. Another study from an education technology group found that visuals included emotionally appealing elements like soft colors, friendly shapes, and human-like illustration. Learners stay focused longer and feel more motivated to continue the lessons. When design uses colors, shapes, and composition intentionally to evoke emotions, learners show stronger engagement and better memory retention. In VCD, this makes perfect sense, where designers use visual hierarchy to get attention, color psychology to shape the mood, and then imagery to trigger emotional resonance, and composition to reduce the confusion. By understanding how visual influence emotion, designers can create learning materials that capture attention and hold it, and making lessons clearer and more compelling. Emotional engagement doesn't just help students interested, it helps them understand and remember. A group of multimedia researchers in 2025 tested several lessons and found that when emotional elements design were added like warm color palettes, playful illustration, and friendly layouts, students showed higher motivation and scored better on follow-up tests compared to neutral and plain design. Another research team discovered that appealing visuals and thoughtful color choices significantly boost motivation and attention span. The emotional tone of visuals or the feel of the design plays a big role on whether students willingly engage with the content or feel disconnected with it. This all supports what psychology has told us for years. Learning is not only rational, but it's also emotional. When the visual feels warm, exciting, or inviting, the brain is more open to process information and then forming connection and also retaining new knowledge. Emotionally intelligent design turns learning experience from passive into an active one. For emotionally intelligent design to work effectively, collaboration is needed. Educators understand the content, the learning outcome, and also the student, while designers understand how visual influence attention, mood, and meaning. When the two of them come together, they create learning materials that are not only informative, but also deeply engaging. A study presented at the Design Research Conference explored how design activities can help children regulate their emotion. It showed that visual design can serve as a tool for emotional awareness, where it can help students to focus, to calm down, and also to understand their own feelings. Another research found that people interpret visual differently depending on their emotional state. This means that designer must consider not only what to show, but how it will make the student feel. When educators collaborate with designers, we get materials that support comprehension, reduce cognitive overload, evoke empathy, motivate learners, and create safe and welcoming environments for students. This is where emotionally intelligent design becomes truly transformative. To conclude, emotionally intelligent design is more than an aesthetic choice. It is a powerful educational strategy. When we intentionally use visual communication design to evoke curiosity, comfort, or connection, We create learning environments where students feel engaged rather than overwhelmed and motivated rather than passive. Emotionally intelligent visual helps students focus, understand, also remember. They draw learners into the materials, make ideas feel relatable, and transform information into meaningful experiences. But the real impact happens when educators and designers collaborate, when teaching goals and visual principles merge to support the whole learners. This partnership makes learning more human-centered, more emotionally aware, and more effective. As we look towards the future, one message is clear. Learning should speak not only to the mind, but also to emotion. Emotionally intelligent design helps us reach the whole learners. If we want a classroom that inspire materials, to communicate clearly, and learners who feel connected to their study, then emotionally intelligent isn't optional. It's essential. And that's all for my speech. Thank you, everyone.